Last time on Tim Plays a Game. There's me.
The only person in the video is Yuma.
I went to the roof following Shachi.
But no one went down the emergency stairs.
The peacekeepers were blocking the indoor stairs, so I used the emergency stairs on the outside. But halfway up, I heard a gunshot, so I ran up the stairs. That's when I saw Shachi's body. Emergency notice to all power plant employees?
According to this, 2 accidents occurred near the power plant.
Huh.
2 accidents?
Yeah. In the first one, the drainage channel that brings in rainwater to Marunouman district collapsed.
Yeah,
It
so it
seems
probably
like
caused
there
the
was a
flood.
separate explosion at the drainage channel exactly when the phone booth blew up. There's a reservoir upstream from the power plant. That's where they adjust the water used for generating power. But the valve that adjusts the water flow is malfunctioning right now.
Malfunctioning?
The valve's locked open, causing water to keep flowing.
Huh.
I see. So they couldn't drain it quick enough, and it overflowed into Marunouman district.
Hey Dominic, you love throwing terrorists in the can, right? We found some terrorists for you to crush. After all, I have to help when asked.
That's good, I guess.
The target is the mysterious death of that Shachi guy. And we now have enough clues for that.
Yeah, I hope.
Here goes, Master! And then ready?
Nice to meet you. Apologies for the delayed introduction.
Why, thank you for the proper introduction. Pleased to meet you. Low-hanging, spitting butt sweep.
This is terrible, Yuma. It appears we're both falling.
Yes, I
What's up, everyone? It's Tim from Tim Plays Game here with Master Detective Archives RAINCODE playing on Nintendo Switch. We are just now getting into the Mystery Labyrinth chapter, I think it's, what, 3? There's a freaking pause button. There it is. Yeah, we are on chapter 3, No Longer Detective. Homunculi, Masked Man, all kinds of stuff. So we're investigating Shachi's death. Let's give a quick review of everything, of the profiles and stuff. These are all the people. Shachi died. He was found dead on the roof of the Resistance hideout. There's a gunshot wound to the side of his head. A couple things to note that were very interesting about about his death. One, the parallel gunshot wound. Yeah, it went inside on the right and then out on the left, completely across. Couldn't see anyone from above or below. Shachi's gun is a weird handgun that has a revolver style handgun, where the barrel goes out to the right instead of the left. I think that means that gun is a left-handed style handgun, left-handed handgun. I don't know. It just seems weird that was a thing, but I guess, you know, if he's this big resistance leader, he's gonna need to reload fast. Or just get a gun that holds more ammo. No one came up or down the stairs except for me. The gun was in his right hand, which is weird because if it's a left-handed gun, then that means it was a setup. The height of the roof, yeah, it's 20 meters above the ground, difficult to jump. It was locked from the outside, so no one can get in from the door. I kind of believe that he was shot from a neighboring building, or he was shot on top of the building, and the person, I guess there was like a flood or something. We'll get to that in a minute. Resistance motive. The Resistance made a fake request to Yuma, which led him to setting up bombs, which kind of distracted him, or maybe help turn the case in their favor. I don't know. Marunouman district was flooded. It reached the second floor of buildings. It appears that the cause of the flooding has not been resolved yet. This district is actually right next to the district where we found Shachi. So that it also stands to reason that district was flooded too. Cardi's a competitive swimmer. He's also really good at diving. He's kind of my prime suspect right now. Servan is good with basically mechanics, bomb building and stuff. If he made the camera bombs, he might be in on this somehow. He had a traumatic experience. Yeah, he survived, but he's in critical condition for 3 days. Since then, the traumatic experience continues to give him flashbacks that might be bad. I don't know. Margalaw was also one of the resistant leaders, but security footage from the shop, he was talking to the customer at the time of the crime, so he could not have done it, so he's ruled out. Unless he has a twin brother. Shidachi's gun was specially designed and assembled by Aruka. Aruka is also one of the resistant leaders, and she's kind of... you want to talk about traumatic, she is the embodiment of trauma. The safe is gonna play a big key in this. The safe was only recently brought to the hideout, and only the resistant leaders know how to open it. Shachi, Akardi, Servan, Aruka, and Margalaw. Shachi's dead, and the other 4 are suspects, except for Margalaw, but I'm really leaning towards hard on Akardi. Aruka's talent. Aruka used to be a competitive shooter who could handle pistols, sniping, clay shooting, rifles, and more. She and Shachi often trained with firearms together. Security footage, yeah, and also Aruka would know that the gun should have gone on his left hand, so yeah, that kind of rules her out in my mind. Really, in my mind, it's going to be either Akardi, Servan. Akardi's most likely, then Servan, and then Aruka, and then Margalaw. Security camera footage of the emergency stairs. We already talked about that. Only 1 gunshot. Yuma was in the middle of the stairwell at the time. Shachi had time to run away, but he stayed on the roof. It's unknown why he stayed. Yeah, so there was something happened on the roof that caused him to stay up there. Umber Electric Power Plant. It's kind of going to factor into it. The power plant that harnesses falling rain. They say it's clean, green energy source. The system gathers rainwater through the city and drains into the power plant. We're going to talk about that a little later. The Marmon's district safe. Same kind of safe as the one at the resistance hideout. Sturdy safe used in important facilities in Marmon, including the bank. It has the latest time-delayed lock. After operating the dial, it does not open unless you wait exactly 5 minutes. Its airtight properties cause it to float on water since the air inside cannot escape. This is interesting. I mean, the safe, as heavy as safes are, this one can float because of the air inside of it. And also, there's a time-delayed lock on it. After operating the dial, it does not open unless you wait exactly 5 minutes. This is, I mean, in my mind, what happened was that building where Shachi died got flooded. And then the killer could have locked themselves in the safe. Or someone could have locked themselves in the safe, waited 5 minutes, and then after it floods, they could have escaped. If it's Akardi, he could have dived down into there. But no, wait, that wouldn't work. Yeah, if the building's already flooded, then there's no way to get it airtight. It's difficult. I mean, this might be a red herring, but I feel like it's gonna come back to play a factor. Flooding around the power plant is thought to have been caused by 2 accidents. First, there was a drainage channel that draws rainwater from the Marunamon district collapsed. Seems there was a separate explosion at the channel. At the same time, the phone booth exploded. The channel, I believe, is in the district where Shachi died. Second was the valve that adjusts the amount of water going into the power plant malfunctioned. There is a reservoir upstream from the power plant where the water used for power generation is adjusted, and the valve there was locked open. This caused water to keep flowing. It's hard to believe these 2 accidents occurring at the same time. It's not a coincidence. Someone planned this. It's likely they were intentional. Power plant office door. The water on the other side of this door is exerting too much pressure for it to open, so there's too much water on the other side. They couldn't open it. And that's all the keys we have so far. Okay. Let's get to the actual... Let's get to this thing now. We're actually just now getting into the case, so... Who's this? Oh, she got swarmed by...
Fubuki?
Yeah, Fubuki got swarmed.
Oh, Yuma, take a look at this. These cute creatures and I have become the best of friends.
They're devouring your soul!
Those are cues. It's a materialized mystery. She's already buried beneath them.
Oh, another round oddity over here?
Oh, yeah. Oh, there's two of them. Oh, she's cute.
Phantom.
Phantom.
Found you!
Sorry, you gotta take a little time to notice all the artwork that goes into some of this. Alright.
You're a terrorist, bomber, murderer, and a maggot who doesn't deserve to live.
Oh, jeez. Alright.
You murdered
We're already getting
Shachi
into it.
from the resistance, didn't you? Killing your own people makes you dumber than Dominic.
So I guess this first part's gonna be us trying to prove our innocence. Even though we were with us the whole time.
Do it! When I got to the roof, Shachi was already dead.
Yeah.
I can't hear you. Sorry, I don't listen to criminals.
I'm surprised you can hear anyone over that freaking hair over your mushrooms.
How horrifying! So these are the Labyrinth's monsters?
Yep.
You summoned such dangerous creatures to block our path?
Think what you want, but you can't move forward until you boon kill these things.
Yeah, something tells me Shinigami might be behind some of this. She might be the one creating the Mystery Labyrinths.
Do it, Yuma.
I don't know, Fubuki's kind of opened my eyes a little bit to thinking, hey, you know, this girl with the demon horns, maybe we shouldn't be trusting her.
Hey, Dominic, you're good at doing laundry, right? Grab a washboard and give their filthy hearts a good scrub.
Oh, my heart can't take a good scrubbing. We're doing this. Alright. Death Reasoning Deathmatch! Sunday, Sunday, Sunday! Wait, that's not, yeah.
Just admit it. Confess to shooting Shachi on the hideout's roof.
No, wait, the security camera footage would make me look guilty.
How terrible of you to shoot an ally. You even planted the gun on his corpse.
Nope.
Say,
Shachi didn't commit suicide, then someone must have put the gun in his hand, right? I'm not the one who put it there, but there isn't evidence. Okay.
Anyway,
I mean, I'm not sure if the camera actually looks at the stairwell or the crime scene.
just admit it.
Security camera footage of the emergency stairs, no one but Yuma is shown. There was only one gunshot. Yuma was in the middle of the stairwell. That's it. You'd hear the gunshot. Maybe, okay, so if the camera picks up sound, you would hear the gunshot, but then Yuma would run upstairs, so it can be him.
Confess to shooting Shachi on the hideout's roof. How terrible of you to shoot an ally. You even planted the gun on his corpse.
Oh, okay. I guess I gotta read through it.
Come on.
Does it really matter who put the gun in his hand? The real issue is figuring out who shot him. That solution key seems really important. Okay, so right key, wrong phrase.
Just admit it. Confess to shooting Shachi on the hideout's roof.
Yeah, noise.
How terrible of you to shoot an ally. You even planted the gun on his corpse. All to make it look like a suicide. With no witnesses up there.
That's the one. Really? Okay, I guess. I mean, there were no witnesses, but I guess I thought the security camera would count as a witness.
That's right.
Okay. Okay, so cameras are not technically witnesses. Remember that, kids.
Confess to shooting Shachi on the hideout's roof. How terrible of you to shoot an ally. You even planted the gun on his corpse. All to make it look like a suicide. With no witnesses up there. You did as you pleased. Go go die and be reborn already, okay?
Maybe it's the first one. Okay, so it's the first one.
Say,
The one on the rooftop. All right.
just a minute.
And there's only 3 of them, so I don't know why I'm having the problem with this hard time with the first one.
Master shooting Shachi on the hideout's roof.
There. Okay, so it is the first one. Wow, I could have saved a lot of time just by going for it. Then again, I wouldn't have had the right solution key, so.
No, I'm not the one who shot him! I was still on the stairs when the gunshot went off! The security footage proves it!
Yeah. Come on, don't tell me they're done yet. Oh, they're done. Alright. Alright, so I guess I mean, that does basically prove my innocence, but I thought there'd be more.
Retreated. Yuma, you defeated those monsters! Splendid! I respect you as a fellow adventurer.
Calm down, we're not done yet.
Sign of my respect. May I call you the Warrior of Light?
Yes. Master Warrior of Light, thank you. Grandmaster Warrior of Light.
Sure, whatever you say.
Super Grandmaster Warrior of Light.
By the way, Yuma, why were they accusing you of being the culprit?
Oh yeah.
That's what they do.
Fubuki, you don't remember the case. There was a murder, and...
No, they don't remember the case. We've established this twice now.
There's no way the Warrior of Light can be a murderer.
Super Grandmaster Warrior of Light, thank
I
you.
was seen under incriminating circumstances.
Why is it flooded?
Not only was I a suspected terrorist, but I was also spotted next to a corpse on the roof of a building.
I guess that's a big part of this
Was
case.
there no one else on the roof?
Being flooded.
No one. There was nowhere to hide up there, and no other exits.
Yeah, I'm almost certain it was a Cardi.
Well, that does sound awfully suspicious, Yuma. Things would go much easier if you'd just confess.
I told you I didn't do it!
Seriously, we're up to our ankles here. Yes, oh god, we're up to our waist.
Whoa, what's happening?
It's flooding.
I understand now. This place is going to sink very soon.
I know that!
I can float, so it's not a problem for me. But
Yeah, you're
you two better figure something out quick.
Oh god, okay.
I know that too! We just need to solve the mystery, right?
Oh, we're getting swept away.
Come on, Master, concentrate.
Alright. Concentrate minigame, gotta go left or right. Fubuki's spinning. What murder weapon was used in this case? Different gun.
This way! This is bad. I'm
Okay,
losing
so-
my strength. I can't.
Okay, so it wasn't his. Okay, so it was his gun that was used. I really thought it was a different gun.
This
I
way!
guess I can't get ahead of things then. Or the murderer was left-handed.
That was quite the
I don't know.
surprise.
Fubuki, let's go up there.
Huh? You mean jump on it?
It's alright, this should be fine.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't really find a bullet though, so we couldn't really. Yeah, we couldn't really find a bullet to prove that it was his gun.
Come on, Fubuki.
We just know that one gunshot had been one shot had been used from that particular gun.
What's wrong? You need to jump over here!
I am not very good at physical activity.
Okay, it's either jump or die.
I cannot do it. I lack the confidence.
Are you serious?
Fubuki, you're an adventurer, aren't you? You should be able to jump this.
There we go. Good job, Yuma.
I shall reach out as far as possible. Please catch me if I fail to make it.
Do I have to like catch her now? Oh, not a good jump. Wow, she just beefed it. Okay. Wow, they really dressed up that scene.
Come on, keep going.
Oh my god.
Thank you, Yuma. Something is off. I attempted to rewind time, but was unable to.
Oh no. She can't use
How
her
about that?
forte here.
You can't use your abilities while inside the Mystery Labyrinth.
Yeah,
Huh? Is this the work of the God of Darkness?
basically.
Her frightening power has sealed away my forte?
Yep.
So you finally noticed.
Calm down, Shinigami. Not all of us can float.
I wish you'd quit trying to make things worse.
With your precious powers gone, you're nothing but a hindrance in this labyrinth.
Wow.
Now stay put and keep out of trouble.
Jeez.
Hindrance?
About the murder weapon. The victim was killed by his own gun, right?
I guess so.
Yeah, the muzzle of the gun at the crime scene was still hot. And I could smell gunpowder.
I just feel like that. But it was in his right. I mean, it was okay. Obviously, the killer probably grabbed his gun, shot him, put it back in his right hand, thinking that he was right-handed, or I don't know, or maybe it's not his gun. Maybe it's not Shachi's gun.
Only one of them had an empty shell. Which means the bullet that killed Shachi absolutely came from the gun he was holding.
It's not necessarily true. I mean, we'll go with it for now, but it's still anyone. It could be, yeah. My thought is that anyone could have shot him, and then he could have shot at them. I don't know.
Fubuki?
I am a hindrance.
Oh, stop! Come on, you're an adventurer too.
What, still thinking about that? You should have known that already.
Not helping.
You can't solve mysteries, you can't use your abilities, you can barely move, you've got no courage, no resolve. So yeah, you're basically a hindrance, an obstacle. Now beat it before you drag Master down with you.
Wow, she just really, when she gets her fangs in, she just really rips you apart.
Fubuki, are you okay?
I am fine. I can stand on my own.
There we go.
Yuma, I am terribly sorry. From here on, I shall make an effort to not cause you any trouble.
You don't have to worry about it.
Maybe this is what she needs to hear.
If anything stands in our way, we'll work together to overcome it.
No, this is something I must do on my own. I must become strong enough to take on the world before I can return to the Cluckford family.
Hey, looks like she's getting motivated. Sometimes playing the bad guy gets results.
Not always.
Playing? But you're all...
Burn!
I am curious. Are you really a detective in training, Yuma? You seem far more experienced with adventuring than I am. You even have the title of Warrior of Light.
You gave me the title.
You gave me that title.
Master's an expert at getting dragged into other people's business. He's been forced around the block a few times. He's got a great mentor, too.
I don't know who it is. Definitely not you.
I have nothing besides the ability to wind back time. And my only merit is useless here.
Okay, you'll be useful when you can help figure out the case.
Too bad, so sad. You're not gonna make it through here. You're getting real annoying. It's starting to stress me out.
Well, maybe you'll help me.
Help me unwind by turning them into mincemeat.
Sounds good. I'm sure the big guy would have a lot of... I'm sure the big guy would make a lot of meals. Talking about mincemeat. Is he actually gonna say something, or is it just fairy girl gonna be talking? High voltage lines, parallel gunshot wound, Shachi.
Even if you didn't fire the gun,
Nope. Shachi's gun designed by Aruka.
a friend could have done it for you.
Nope. Okay, wrong one.
Say,
No one was on the highest roof, so if there was an accomplice, they'd have to have been somewhere else. Need to find out where the accomplice shot from, where they could have been. Okay, impossible at all.
Speaking of which...
So that's not the right solution,
Even
Key.
if you didn't fire the gun,
Maybe it is that one. Hold on. Let's just go through them.
A friend could have done it for you. You ordered your accomplice to snipe Shachi from someplace else. Your accomplice threw the gun over to you.
Oh, dang it. It's not that one?
Say,
The gun ended up in Shachi's hand right there. Okay, so you can't refute that statement, can you? Let's try focusing somewhere else. Alright. Like, if there was an accomplice, where would they have shot? Yeah, the power lines to the right. I got the right. Yeah, plus the side of the building has no windows facing the hideout, right? Based on Shachi's wound. Yeah.
even if you didn't fire the gun.
Keep hitting the wrong button. Maybe the gunshot was Shachi's body. Okay, let's just read them all real quick.
A friend could have done it for you. You ordered your accomplice. I can help. To snipe Shachi from someplace else. Your accomplice threw the gun over to you. You planted it in Shachi's hand.
Dang it, wrong one. Wrong key. Shachi's body was holding. I cannot do these tonight. In the building next to the hideout, maybe. Okay, so it is the power lines.
Even if you didn't fire the gun, a friend could have done it for you. You ordered your accomplice to snipe Shachi from someplace else. Your accomplice threw the gun over to you.
No, not that one.
You planted it in Shachi's hand. That was your magic master plan! Huh? Where was the shot taken?
Yeah.
There's one spot where the shot could have been made. You shot from the roof of the building next door!
There it is, that one. Oh, come on now! The voltage... Okay, maybe it's the parallel gunshot wound. Okay, yeah, it's basically saying that parallel gunshot wound, yeah, that went straight through. They had to have been on the same building as them.
Except...
Okay, yeah.
Even
So,
if you
wrong-
didn't fire the gun,
Wrong thing. Right, okay, I gotta get the right solution key. This one. And it's on that last one.
friend could have done it for you. You ordered your accomplice to snipe Shachi from someplace else. Your accomplice threw the gun over to you. You planted it in Shachi's hand. That was your magic
Dang it.
master plan. Huh? Where was the shot taken? There's one spot where the shot could have been made. You shot from the roof of the building next door.
There it is, okay.
This mystery.
That was a long one.
The neighboring building didn't have any windows, so the only way to shoot the victim was from the rooftop.
Yes.
But that building was taller than the hideout. If the victim was sniped from that height, the gunshot wound would have been at an angle.
Right.
But the gunshot wound through his head was horizontal.
Which means not only was the person the same height as him to like get it at like eye level, but it had to be like they had to be at the same ground level too, almost. Yeah, there's no way they could have done if they've done it from like a neighboring building, it would have been at some kind of angle. So it had to have been on the same building, about the same height as yeah, basically the gun with it straightforward shot. Is what I'm trying to say.
Based on the gunshot wound, it's impossible for the bullet to have traveled from the roof of the neighboring building.
Yeah. Please tell me that's it. Okay, good. I don't know, I would have liked a little bit more of a battle, but I guess we'll have to keep walking around before we get to that. Maybe they're gonna really hammer home the idea that Shachi committed suicide. Oh, here we go. Something's happening.
I get it. Since the wound ran parallel to the roof, the shooter must have been at the same height.
Yes.
Well, it could be that the victim's head was at an angle at the time of impact. But in that case, we would have found the bullet lodged in the roof.
That's true. We didn't find any bullets. We did find an umbrella, too. I don't know how that's going to factor into it.
The monster conjures falsehoods to impede our progress.
But it's strange that they insist it was a homicide. If I'm not the culprit, it'd make more sense to rule it as a suicide.
Right?
That's because it is one. They're insisting it's a homicide to cover it up.
I really don't think it's a suicide.
So you finally revealed your true nature, God of Darkness.
Huh?
Huh? Eh?
Yuma, do not be swayed by this deceiver. This case is most assuredly a homicide.
Assuredly. And what are you basing that on?
The victim carried a gun, did he not?
Uh-huh.
If so, he could have used it to combat the peacekeepers pursuing him.
That's
And
true.
yet, he hastily turned the gun on himself. I do not believe the victim was so cornered that he would commit suicide.
Yeah, he did have a way to escape. He could have taken the stairs down.
That actually makes sense.
That's a good point. Even if he wanted to avoid using his gun, he could have at least used it to threaten them.
So it must be a homicide.
No! Suicide!
Okay, it's definitely a homicide.
Homicide!
Suicide!
Genocide! Wow, really? We're doing this? Okay.
There are 2 doors?
Ah, boy. You think he'd be used to that by now?
The letters are written in blood. Does Yuma's blood contain holy powers? It's this cursed labyrinth? Yuma, you are more than the warrior of light. You are the holy warrior of light.
Super Grandmaster Holy Warrior of Light, thank you.
Sure.
Get it right.
that's Fine. Let's focus on this problem. Is this a suicide or a homicide? We need to narrow it down, now.
It is clearly a homicide.
Nuh-uh! It's totally a suicide!
Yeah, I'm going with homicide. He had no reason to commit suicide.
Right here! I'm sure this is the right way.
You sound so
Knew it.
so decisive.
This case had to be a homicide.
If it was a homicide, someone else had to have been on the roof, right?
Yeah, I'm almost certain it was a Cardi who dived off the roof
Emergency stairwell, and the
when
peacekeepers
when the area was flooded.
Which means no one could have gotten off that roof. How did the culprit shoot the victim and get away? See? If it wasn't a suicide, then what happened? You'd better explain yourself.
Very well, I shall. I completely agree with what Yuma said.
I didn't say anything.
Is there any way to run?
So what do you think, Master?
You mean why I think it's a homicide? I don't really have a solid reason why yet.
Just the lack of a motive for a suicide, really. Oh, spikes. Yep.
We're trapped!
And the walls are closing in. Ah, boy. What, no spikes?
The walls!
Oh, here we go again. What is the reasoning behind it being a oh, God, we gotta do this.
Come on, spit it out. The Mystery Labyrinth won't wait forever, you know.
I know, but
Yuma!
If it was in fact a homicide, there would be some clue left behind at the crime scene. If I can just remember something.
Oh, like this?
Oh, here we go. We're gonna have to go back to the crime scene. Yeah, because they didn't tell us all the evidence the first time. Oh, here we go. He went. Would he lock the door?
Left at the scene.
Okay, so yeah, the camera's pointing towards the stairwell, not the scene itself. I'm thinking the locked door, maybe, because if he was gonna commit suicide, why lock the door?
This should be easy one. I made sure to pull everything straight out of your memory, Master.
I'm sure there's a clue pointing to a homicide hidden here.
We do not have much time. Please hurry, Yuma.
There must be something suspicious, something that stands out. There has to be a clue. I have...
Yeah, it's gotta be the door.
The door! The door is suspicious! Yes, there has to be a clue here.
A lot of clues. Oh, no. Okay, no clues.
Totally wrong. Master, could you please not pick stuff randomly?
I thought the locked door would mean it. Yeah, why would he lock the door if he was gonna just go commit suicide?
There's nothing suspicious about the door at the
Okay,
crime
fine.
scene. It doesn't prove this was a homicide.
It's not the door. Security camera, gun, umbrella. Honestly, it might be the gun itself.
I know, it's this! This has to be related to the murder.
The fact that he had 6 bullets in the gun when he only needed 1.
Oh, the wall stopped. Looks like it's the right one.
Okay,
That
cool.
is the gun that fired the fatal shot, right? But how can you determine it was a homicide?
Oh, but there was also no blood on the barrel. Yeah, if it was a suicide, I hate saying this, but people usually press the gun against their skull and then fire, and then they fire like that now. They fire like that. I don't use guns. They fire like that, but it would go through, but there would technically be blood spatter on the barrel.
There's
Which there is
something
not.
unique about this gun. A revolver cylinder normally swings out to the left. But the gun found at the scene swings out to the right.
Which means it's the left-handed gun. But we found the gun in his right hand.
That is unusual.
That too.
It is incredible how you even noticed it. You really are the holy great detective warrior of light, Yuma.
Now, granted, he could have committed suicide by like shooting himself further away, but then, you know, I mean, if you're gonna commit suicide, come on. You want to make sure if you're gonna shoot to kill.
It got even longer. Oh well, anyway. This gun was apparently custom made for Shachi.
Because he's left-handed.
The junk shop geezer said that too. How does that prove this was a homicide?
I don't know anything else about it. I just figured this was kinda out of place.
Oh, come on, no.
It's happening.
Yeah, now they're playing hardball. Don't say you don't know.
We haven't solved the mystery itself.
Yuma, over there!
Shoot the thing.
Could you try shooting it with the gun?
Yeah, I'm no marksman. Oh, but it could work inside the Mystery Labyrinth. If this gun is the answer... Huh? It's not loaded?
What?
But you can't shoot it? Then you're still missing something.
Something?
Bullets.
You mean like...
Truth bullets.
I can't shoot the gun until I figure that out?
Well, Yuma, did you
Okay,
say...
you're trying to shoot with your right hand. You gotta use your left hand.
Why was Shachi's gun built like this in the first place? The reason why must be relevant.
Are you saying you need
Yeah, do your barrel thing.
Oh, fine. Since you're so good at begging, I don't mind helping you out one bit. Here we go! Lay it all out!
What's she gonna do? Yeah, the barrel thing. And the answer's probably gonna be left-handed or something. Alright. Okay, so Shinigami puzzle. Looking at the keys.
Let's work together as a team. Nice.
Yeah, LEF. Looking at his gun, you can tell Shijachi's dominant-handed. Okay. Yeah, they really spoon-fed this one to you. Get that before I went around again. I mean, it's 4 letters and they're saying dominant hand. What else could it be? Yeah, they kind of handed you this one, not gonna lie. Looking at his gun, you can tell his dominant hand was his left hand. Yeah, I already called that.
That's it! It's because he was left-handed!
Yes.
The reason the cylinder swings out to the right is to let him reload while still holding the gun in his left hand.
Right.
If he was right-handed, it would be very difficult to reload if the cylinder swings out to the right.
So I was specially designed like that.
If Shachi was right-handed, he wouldn't have commissioned his gun to be designed this way.
And Iruka would know that he was left-handed, so they wouldn't put the gun in his right hand, so it's not Iruka. Which means we're down to Servan and Icardi.
Shachi is left-handed.
Possible suspects, but I'm getting ahead of ourselves. I'll try it. Boom! Shachi, okay, cool. Nice. Awesome!
Look, the exit! You did it, Yuma!
Shinigami kind of handed us that one, though.
All thanks to yours truly.
Yeah, it really was.
No, it is thanks to Yuma's deduction.
I spelled the word left. It was a 4-letter word. It was either that or right, and right has 5 letters.
What? But we'd all be flat.
Come on, it's not. I mean, that was total handhold.
I will never believe the God of Darkness could willingly lend a helping hand.
All right, can we just move on already? Instead of you two can continue talking in the closing spiked walls. I'm gonna move along.
Anyway, let's hurry.
Oh right, we only got 2 minutes, 2 hours.
Right. It looks like the number's gone down by a lot.
You were so close to figuring out this mystery. Let's hurry it up, Master.
Yeah, got it.
Because they keep talking about time limits, I feel like the bomb time limit's gonna be a factor. Yeah, it was pretty weird how it worked. Oh boy, here we go again.
Another monster.
It's the same monster.
We're here as your official roadblock. Huh? You want to know why? Because
Sure.
the homicide route ends here. That Shachi terrorist committed suicide. Right, Dominic?
Okay, we gotta really prove that it was a homicide once and for all.
But now you're going with the suicide theory?
Yeah.
These monsters are cheaters.
Maybe they're cheaters because they're monsters.
Sure, okay.
Are you defending the monsters? Curse you, God of Darkness, Queen of Monsters!
I kinda like that title.
I'm not defending them. I can't even follow this whole monsters and God of Darkness story you have going.
Now's not the time to be fighting!
Yeah, we're still in the spiked walls, by the way. And we got 2 monsters glaring us down. Grizzly Deathmatch! Alright,
Bad luck.
yeah, I gotta repel.
You can't proceed
What the heck?
because it wasn't a homicide. Shachi's
Yeah, so I guess not all of them can be repelled.
My claim doesn't
Okay.
hold up! No! Shachi didn't commit suicide! All the evidence points to the contrary!
You know you're super annoying, right?
Of course.
I'll crush you like a bug.
Alright, here we go. Real battle now. Target's one explosion. Shachi's left-handed.
Designed for the left hand.
When Shachi's body was found, there was an explosion in the parking lot below the below the building. I don't think that's it. Shachi is left-handed. We just discovered that. That might be it. The gun was found in his right hand. Exterior lock. Inside the key was left in the keyhole. It was left in the key. No, that's not it. It's gotta be this.
Still shoot yourself. Shachi shot himself with the gun in his dominant hand. I am prepared. Therefore, a death by suicide. There's no proof a culprit fired the gun. No contradiction. It's a suicide. We're done here. Time to go home.
I think there's no proof a culprit fired the gun.
Right.
Doesn't seem like Shachi used his right hand to shoot himself in the head. But doesn't something seem off about that, Master? Do you have any idea? Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a clue in the solution keys. Okay.
So what is this?
Yeah, it'd be weird. Okay, maybe this is it.
Gun was designed for the left hand. You can still shoot yourself.
Yeah, that's right, technically.
Shachi shot himself with the gun in his dominant hand.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, he is definitely left-handed, so.
Shachi was left-handed, but he was found dead
The
with
right
the
hand,
gun
with his
in
gun,
his
the gun in his right hand, yeah.
There's no reason he'd use his non-dominant hand to commit suicide. It's an obvious contradiction. When the culprit tried to make it appear like a suicide, they put the gun in the wrong hand.
I said that.
Which means someone else was involved in Shachi's death. This death was a setup. It's a homicide.
Okay. Are we done now? Can you guys get out of here once and for all? I think they're going to eventually point me to who. It's going to come down to a point where who exactly. I mean, yeah, I still can't decide between Akari and Servan. I think that's where we're going next. Now that we've proven it's definitely a homicide.
That confirms it.
Now we're going to start going through some of the different resistant leaders.
Seems like it. I guess I can admit defeat here.
Sure, okay.
The God of Darkness admitting defeat?
That's a lie.
Perhaps she has an honest side. No, it cannot be. Could this be an illusion she conjured forth?
You know, I don't really care, so long as we keep solving mysteries. Just keep helping my master out for a bit longer.
Let's carry on for now.
Yeah, please, can we stop the monologue? I just want to... This is not helping the case at all. Alright, so what's down here? Oh, there's... boat. Okay, we're going in the boat. So now we're getting into, the water.
Made a pretty cliche mistake getting the victim's dominant hand wrong.
Perhaps the culprit doesn't know that Shachi's custom gun was designed for someone left-handed.
Well, Aruka knew that because Aruka designed it.
Shachi rarely carried his gun, so they probably never saw him hold it.
Huh.
Huh. Why would he go through the trouble of getting a custom gun that he never intended to use?
I mean, self-defense?
Deep down, do you think he was just like any other violent terrorist?
Maybe the gun was a gift.
Huh.
A gift? From whom?
From Aruka.
A woman named Iruka manages the Resistance's weapons. She was the one who designed it.
Gifting a gun is so romantic. It delights my adventurer's heart.
I also think that's illegal in some places. Giving a gun away.
Well, thanks to the culprit's
Yeah, you gotta
mistake,
register guns.
we now know
In, in most places. That allow you to have guns.
But we still have a lot of unanswered questions.
Yep. Yeah, I think they're gonna go process elimination on each of the resistant leaders. Or maybe, if that's if they want to drag this out. we go. Okay, we gotta choose something now. Oh boy. Where did the culprit shoot the victim from? It was on the roof. Roof of the hideout, inside the hideout, roof of the building next door. It had to be on the roof of the hideout.
Yep. Even if this case is a homicide, that's still a mystery.
But if you know it was, in fact, a homicide, then the answer has to be here.
This is just a thought. What if they disguise themselves? Nah, there's no proof of that. Is someone just? I don't know. I'm still thinking of Desahiko's thing, but that no, there's no way. It had to be on the roof of the hideout.
I have no idea what it could be.
Because there's the blood spatter up there too.
You can discover the answer. For you are he who tames the god of darkness, holy great detective warrior of light Yuma.
Just gonna keep making that title longer and longer, aren't we?
How long is my name going to get?
How big is this text box? Yeah, it had to be on the roof of the hideout. Couldn't be that. We've already established there were power lines and the buildings weren't parallel to the rooftop of the one we were on. And inside the hideout couldn't have happened because he did die on top of the roof. Yeah. So I'm 99% sure it's roof of the hideout. Let me in.
Right here!
Yes. Alright, there's a dock here.
That was the right answer, but...
Yeah. Oh, boy. We're in the MC Escher room now. I was trying to think of the name there for a second. I'm like, what is it? What is it? Oh, MC Escher, yeah.
If he was shot on the roof, doesn't that mean the culprit was also on the roof?
Yes.
The culprit placed the gun in Shachi's hand to make it look like a suicide.
So they had to be on the roof.
That means they had to be there in person. The culprit was definitely on that roof.
Okay, but now which exactly is the roof? Door.
Yuma, you said nobody was there when you arrived.
That's what we have to figure out now. When I heard the shot, I was halfway up the emergency stairs. It took about 10 seconds to reach the roof. And in that time, the culprit vanished like a cloud of smoke from the scene.
Mm-hmm. Thinking they dived off the roof.
Where could the murderer have gone?
Huh.
This is...
And we're back at the crime scene.
Yeah, we never really did establish this. Follow the culprit's escape route. It's not a question.
Follow the culprit's escape route?
You need to escape in the same way the culprit did after committing the crime.
Top edge. Couldn't have been the stairs, it couldn't have been there. Okay, jumped into the pipe. Give me where the pipe's led. Is that water down there? Building. Yeah, they couldn't have gone there because of the power lines. Honestly, I really think it was the rooftop edge.
It's fairly high. Would it not be possible to climb down from here on a rope or ladder?
There's nowhere to hang something like that onto. Plus, from this height, it'd take a while to get all the way down like that. It'd be tough for someone to get down and gather their equipment in the short time it took me to reach the roof.
You probably couldn't jump down onto a mat from this height either. You'd die no matter how you landed.
not that. Couldn't jump down from here.
Is it easier to imagine that the criminals simply went back inside through this door?
Guess they want me to explore all these.
At the time of the incidents, the peacekeepers were on the other side of...
I see. If the culprit had gone inside through here, they would have been apprehended by those peacekeepers.
Right.
Well,
Unless they disguise themselves as a
so
peacekeeper.
this wasn't the escape route.
Which we know that's not the case. So that one, we can't do that one because of the power lines.
Is it easier to imagine using a rope or some other tool to escape to the neighboring building? Or perhaps they used a hot air balloon. The culprit must be quite the adventurous thrill seeker.
It's with you in hot air balloons.
But those high voltage lines would get in the way.
Right.
You'd never reach the next building without touching them.
Oh, so the culprit is not an adventurer?
Means it's not you, Fubuki.
That's what you're disappointed
I know,
about?
right? Okay, so we explored that possibility, and then the stairs. But it can't be the stairs because of the camera.
Ah, so the culprit escaped via the emergency stairs. As the culprit was in a state of emergency, it is only natural that they would make use of emergency stairs.
Wait. Master was up ahead, right? There's no way the culprit could have escaped without bumping into him.
Right.
What are you saying? Yuma is right here, is he not?
You weren't there.
When the crime happened. Jeez, this sheltered skank and her empty head are killing me here.
Right.
Yet again, you called me sheltered.
Right.
I'm just telling you what it is.
Sheltered this,
Head
sheltered
to
that.
burden. You're sheltered in a
I have
skank.
never even seen a
When are
shelter,
you gonna start
let alone been in one.
Aren't you
Skank is acceptable, but
gonna be
Oh my god, I've had all I can take.
please stop
me.
calling
Done.
me.
Screw it. Show's over. Everybody go home.